Yeah, I wish I'd have done. I wish I'd have done this sooner because man, this farm, and they're bringing it. They're already bringing it over into 22, 25. Gold's been playing it. He's been playing it for the last couple days. I went through all our maps last week after we got done streaming because I'm like, well, I didn't know that you could bring up the farms that come with the maps. I didn't know how to do that until 25 came out, and I kind of learned that. And then I was like, well, you can do that in 22 too. And I always wondered how people were doing that, but I didn't know. Now I know, and I was like, well, I've kind of always wanted to go back
Yeah.
and bring them into the way that they should be. So
Oh, what I know. Test this out because I installed Nacho's music. Let me got to make sure I go to the right thing. See, it's 101K Rock is the rock beat.
I don't remember.
I think.
You'll know. The one thing I do know is that it's one of those. It's rock, but it's like a really country rock.
Well, I think the station is that. Because this sounds kind of. Oh, right. You restarted the farm, so I got. Oh, okay.
The only thing is, I don't know if we want to use those grain bins or if we want me to bring in different grain bins. Because those can be, like, I can use them, but they can be kind of hard if you. They're not as easy as the other ones we were using where you just dump in.
Oh, like the. Gotta unfold the augers and stuff.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, I mean,
Well, we got Winfield over here ready, and
okay. The harvest, you mean?
Yeah, the one right in front of you.
Yep.
Dude, that's alfalfa. Okay, and there's the tractor with the cart.
Okay.
What do we got for?
Yeah, okay. I doubt he will, but Nacho's last one, I mentioned, I says, well, our night is Thursday night. He mentions, like, well, let's try to go up. That'd be kind of cool. Just because I was telling him in his own chat, you know, hey, I like your music, or I like what you did, but it's like I keep, every time we come to stream, I keep forgetting to install it beforehand, so it's all there, and I can. And then I did play some single player, but Tucker have like it's worth. But I played a little bit just to mess around, like volume settings. So like this shouldn't be too loud for the viewers. They should still be able to hear you, and should be able to hear me. Just I guess once I get some viewers in, I'll ask them.
Yeah.
You know, if they're hearing you okay or me, I'll adjust it. I think I have the radio volume to like the master. I think I have to 100 and then the radio to like 70, like that. Yeah, you're right. This rock is a little more countrified. I guess I just like it because it's
don't
it's
know.
some noise.
I don't know. I just sold a tractor I didn't want to sell. Damn.
I guess I like because it's some ambiances. And actually, the country is not bad for royalty. And I guess I think it's kind of neat. Wrote it, and maybe is singing. Well, and then I got his link in. No, we all gotta support each other in our little ways.
Yeah.
I guess I do think it's. And the commercial, yeah. So it's kind of brings a little bit of GTA to it.
Yeah.
Where the stock music doesn't have that, which is kind of a miss. Could have done that. I might have to download since did you really like it? Well, I do have Streamlabs downloaded. I just need to learn or tinker, learn how to use it. I know it won't take very. I got it. So familiar with it.
I don't know if I could multi-stream to different places or not. I just found out like tonight. So what all started this was I was the new phone because I needed to log the new phone into everything now. So I was logging it into Twitch and I had to mess with that a little bit and then ended up like resetting the password on Twitch because I don't remember it because I don't need to, and yeah. I've got like 5 or 6 of them running through at the same time, so I don't know which one it is, and I tried a few and I wasn't having any luck.
Yeah, I get it.
So I started with that. Well, then of course the first thing that happened after that was the bot wasn't working. Siri bot wasn't working, so I had to go fix that, and then so then I went to go stream, and it said it wouldn't let me because my Twitch account wasn't authorized.
Connected, yeah.
Yeah, and so I had to log out and then re-log in and authorize everything, and I was like, went to go, well, where's Restream? And I was kind of looking through it, kind of seeing I was looking to see where to add it, and they changed things a little bit, I noticed, and I started looking through things, and I was like, I'm like, you can send it to your Facebook, your Kick, your, all that from Streamlabs now, and I'm like, well, shoot, that means that I could just,
one software and do it all.
Yeah, instead of, because it's like on my Saturday mornings, which is the one where I have, I guess, the most programs up or the more production up than I do like tonight.
Yeah.
It eliminates one of those tiles that I have.
Well, yeah, I mean, I'm not. Well, I like Restream, but I'm not in love with it because I guess what I like about it is the multi-stream. Or I mean, I'm just doing the free. I mean, you got to do pay to do more than get. But I feel like I'm not doing this as a living, so I'm not gonna. That's really what I like about it. But like Streamlabs, you can do that too, because I can just edit the titles right there, and there you go. But then because I'm on the free deal, I still have to. kind of set it up each time, or not set it up, but change it and then save it. And I have to have that go up through. Well, I just do it through the browser. Okay, so I just have browser up in each one of my tabs. And then I have the chat. And I guess I like because it relays the chat part. Do I really need that? I guess the thing is do I really need? Hell, no, I'm not, because I'm not paying for it. Don't have to. I can't put the chat on screen. I don't know if that really thing I like or not. On some stuff I do, others, when I watch other streamers. Well, when I get to watch them.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
But I guess Streamlabs would be nice for just switching back and forth. Because like when I do the garage stuff, I've kind of decided I like to either maybe schedule it or go just directly to YouTube. And I don't and I usually don't go back and move the watermark, I guess, or because like when you're on Facebook, it's a stream thing, and you don't see that's your first line of your description. Let's see the description if you put one,
Mm-hmm.
But that's because it's I don't know. I should. It's one of those things I need to remember to mess with it, because I have it downloaded on my desktop. I just need to go set it up, get my stream key, go through Twitch and YouTube, and then just toggle back and forth. Well, and then search around and get some plugins you have, like the Siri bot.
Yeah.
I like I said, I just been OBS was what I don't know that Streamlabs exactly existed when I first started streaming. I'm sure it was there shortly thereafter, but it was XSplit and OBS was the two that I heard of, or when I researched, and OBS looks like that's what most everybody uses, and it made but then like when I helped you do Streamlabs, that first ever setup, it's like it still was familiar. It's just a few things were different. They called them different things, I guess. Like I recognized parts of it.
Yeah. Well, like, the only reason I'm on it was because it was very much like the Xbox when I was streaming on it.
Yeah.
It was really close to it, so I felt a lot more familiar to it than OBS, because I was like, I tried OBS and I was like, I think I could get this figured out, but I think Streamlabs just felt better.
Yeah, and I don't think Streamlabs has any less functionality. Just at the time, felt like OBS was. Well, Streamlabs felt like they made the user interface kind of like for dummies, which is a bad thing. But OBS was a little more like, okay, you can tinker with it, but it's not like you can't do the same stuff in Streamlabs. It just seems like, from what I remember, and again, probably a little different, I had to dig. Or it's like, okay, well, I wanted to do color correction, or because that's what I have here, and then I have a plugin it's trying to figure it out, at the background, because I don't have before I was doing a green screen, key in and out, which is what people do, but this is just a plugin I found that works, that I say AI, but the program's doing the background. But like I said, it's not perfect. Like when I wave my hand around, it's having a hard time tracking your fingers. So you're catching a little bit of whatever's behind me.
Yeah.
Which made it easier because when I first started, I had to set up like a little tripod thing with I had kind of a fold up green screen. You know, just yeah. Again, I think I would I think I would probably like Streamlabs maybe better. Oh, I know the other thing. I wasn't quite sure how it would run on my older garage PC, but it probably would. OBS seems to be a fairly light program. Now the processing, rendering, it's just taxing.
Yeah.
Even this thing, getting old, aging. It's like running, of course this isn't, like I probably couldn't run whatever the latest first-person shooter at ultra high or what, and stream without some hitches, but that's like, I mean, using like 50% CPU, like percent. That's not a lot. $25 will be. It'll still work. It'll still work. Certain of that.
We don't make the prices. We just think them up and write them down.
I wonder if Gold might pop in on one of our sides just because don't see he's going right now. So
He was streaming earlier today because he popped up on my phone.
yeah.
So I don't know if he like, I don't know what he does or his work schedule or anything. You know, like casual and average, I have a good idea what their work schedules are like. But I may not know exactly what they're doing, but I have a good idea what their work schedule's like. Gold's I don't know so much.
Yeah, well, I guess just because sometimes he's streaming at this time. I was like, maybe he'll pop in. Because I've tried to be better about when I can hopping into those guys just because they hop into ours.
Yeah, well, I have been too. This week just hasn't worked out that way.
I could have probably had his up in a background tab, but that's the thing is I might have to because occasionally I get team calls and stuff, so I can't have that going here while I try to take it.
Yeah, well, my new phone, I found out, is one of those that everything has to be Bluetooth. Like, you can't just plug without an adapter, you can't just plug a earphone jack into it. And I guess I haven't thought about, but the problem is I could watch and I could listen, like, you know, like I used to from my phone.
So it doesn't have a headphone. It's a model that doesn't have a headphone.
Yeah.
So you have to have a USB.
Yep. And I could maybe start watching streams again. I guess I could have before too a little bit. It's just the only thing is I can't really watch them. I'd have to have the phone turned around. And like the last job, I actually had. Maybe I did have my Twitch logged in. I might have had Twitch logged into my work computer, but I don't think they really. I got the sense that no one really cared as long as you weren't like, breaking the major internet rules.
Yeah.
And they didn't really care about that stuff. And then the other part was they didn't really care because I always got my work done, so they didn't have any reason to really look into.
Yeah. Ours, lax that way too. I suppose if they started notice things would, but I don't do that. I mean, I do have YouTube up, but it's for music. I just have it in my ear,
So
and other people do that too. Spotify.
So this new place, I don't have anything of mine logged in at all.
Yeah.
And I do listen to YouTube music, but I also make sure that usually when I listen to music on YouTube, it's full albums, like or something like that. It's not videos. I try to make sure it's not videos, and then I also like doubly make sure that it's like behind other screens, so it's like even if a video did pop up, people can't say that I was just sitting there watching a video.
Well, that's the thing. I always have like 15 something tabs, so it's always buried in some tab. The window, yeah.
Yeah, but because I listen to the radio mostly, the radio for some reason ends up, even though I have like, I'd say 5 or 6 tabs open, the radio always seems to pop up to the top the most. I don't know if that's because sometimes I might pause the stream or whatever, and then go do something and come back. I may just leave it, but I just try to make it so that there is no way that they could try and say, well, he's sitting there watching videos all day long. It's like, well, no, I'm not. Did you see what I'm doing? It's just a picture of an album
thing.
cover.
Everybody, I mean, included, like I've seen like upper management people, they're listening, just doing it what I'm doing, using YouTube stuff for. I mean, yeah, it may be a music video is what's playing, but they're not watching it. Neither am I. But it's just in a background.
Yeah.
Like I said, I got email up plus different. I work out of a CRM, so I got multiple CRM tabs up, plus then our ERP. Got multiple. I got multiple tabs there, so like, and then I just keep my headphones plugged in, and that's, it's. So if I have to take a phone call, I don't always not listen to music all day though. Okay, but I do. But even then, if I have to do that, well, I just rip an ear. I just have one bud in, and then my phone call. Of course, the music's playing, but of course, not bothering it. I guess mostly it's not bothering anything else.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I suppose our handbook probably.
Well,
I guess I never saw anything about it, but it's more kind of like, well, as long as it's not causing a problem, like nobody,
Well, okay.
People are responsible. I guess we're adults here,
For the last 3 jobs, this is the 3rd job that I've actually been on YouTube, because at Chief I never did. Because that was about the time that things like that were starting to become popular.
Yeah. Well, the internet was still naughty. Like if you were on the internet, it was. Well, I mean, let's go back to school. If you were going to get on the internet, they just almost immediately thought. I mean, internet equaled porn almost.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, if you're going on the internet, you were instantly, going and looking, which was not the case. But they just, and I get it. didn't know what was on there and they couldn't. It's just like, well, it's like, hey, too. They're not old enough, but they're gonna become a time. I gotta figure out how the internet rules and going places they shouldn't. And honest, to a certain extent, porn is probably the last thing I'm kind of worried about because there's just so much scammy stuff on the internet that, you know, we grew up learning. I mean, it was happening as we were learning the internet, so we kind of can spot it. You know, it's just there. They don't have that frame of reference.
Yeah, I just went through that with a girlfriend a week or two ago too, about a scam.
Yeah. Well, I'm not even talking about. I mean, like the Kit Boda stuff. Yeah, sure.
Well,
you think of old people, but like kids, young, not just kids, but I mean young adults are getting it because it's scam too, because they just essentially just blindly believe whatever they're seeing. I see it.
Well, one of those shows, I don't think it was him, and I don't think it was Revolts. I think it was Payback. He called this guy that was getting scammed, because he got the number from, you know, kind of backhacking the scammers, and the kid sounded like he was like 20, somewhere between 20 and 25, I would guess, and was somewhere where, well, I guess, I mean, it's marijuana is so prevalent now, like it's so legal in many states and stuff. You could definitely tell he was a user. The way he answered the phone and everything.
Yeah.
And he was already caught in the scam, but he was caught early enough that the guy, you know, was like warning him, like, don't do anything else, you know, you're about to like make a big mistake. You're not there yet, but you're pretty close to it.
Well, it's like what they call the pig butchering scam and romance scam. Yeah, those are usually targeted towards the older people, like younger, quote, lonely types. More probably the pig butcher, because that's where they actually like hire, like they'll do actual video calls. Good looking, whatever, and Snapchat, WhatsApp. I mean, that's a thing. It's like, I don't like WhatsApp is probably a very handy thing, but like all I know it is just as a platform to get scammed on. So
well, same here.
And I guess, to be honest, Snapchat, and I know it isn't this, but just but Snapchat, I still can't get it out of my head that it isn't just for sending nudes, you know, because that's what it began as. That's what it was. So the developers are on like actual, like there's a soundbite of them talking about it. They developed it so they can, you know, so girls can send nudes. It's supposed to be safe, but it isn't. Like, going through their servers so they could capture it. And I know it. I can't not think of that, because that's how I was introduced to it when I first found out about it.
You know what's funny is here, maybe in the last month, it's kind of started turning into another. There's, I want to call them reels because that's what I watch on Facebook and Instagram. They've got their version of that too now. What happened to me on how I found into it, that was an accident, because I was like, I didn't know that they had it. Something I think what happened was like something must have updated on the phone, and then it started recommending like for some reason it did one of those things where when it updated it automatically enrolled you into get notifications.
Yeah. Well,
And so it's like so then it was like so and so that you watch on Instagram is just posted a Snapchat um and uh and then it's like but basically they were just the reels that you see on Instagram or Facebook.
Yeah. Well, and see here's
Yeah,
the deal.
so it's starting to turn into more like that, another platform. I mean, not that it wasn't before, but it's starting to
when
become
it was
like
sort
that.
of brand new. Again, all the whole send nudes thing. But then there was actual like YouTube creators back in the day that were, getting on it to get their fans to, like, I don't know if it's the same as following, but be in their group or their hub and all that to then see theirs, and then they would snap them to keep engaged, and they weren't making YouTube. I mean, I'm talking. This goes back to like the early 2010s or whatever. Snapchat first kind of came out.
Yeah.
But again, all I ever heard was, and you just got the notoriety. Oh, because people thought it was, you can't send a thing and it's not permanent. Hey, you can still, they claim you can't screenshot. It's like, yes, you can. Yes, it's stored on the server. I mean, yes, it's supposed to be did after a certain time, but it's stored there for at least a period of time, and it's been hacked, and it's been, and not that I would be ever doing various. It's just I didn't want to support it because of that. People were getting blackmail.
I don't know. I don't know why. I don't know why I started doing it.
But then I couldn't see any other good use for it, because it's like, well, I got a phone where I can call people want to call, or I can text them. So what's wrong? I guess it was kind of like, well, I know it was popular back when text still was, or not everybody had a lot of text. I know that was part of it. And then same with the phone.
Hey, did you
that's where WhatsApp,
trucks?
have unlimited data run.
Pickup trucks, cargo vans, box trucks.
Where are we dumping? Over into bins? Or
because I don't think. What do you got there?
I don't know. It's whatever's in the heat, I guess.
Well,
whatever I was.
Kind of need to know, because like I don't think.
It looks like
I don't
a
think
wheat,
it's turned to
heat,
stuff.
but I guess I don't know how to know. But
Yes, you're cutting wheat.
that's what of it.
Well, it's by the icon is what it is, but that's not good to sell till January. So yes, it needs to go in the bins.
Okay, well, let's see. What do I have to set up this auger then? Is that
Yeah.
or one already you got over? Oh, that's okay. Hold on.
That's the red one is the one for unloading the bins. The yellow one is the only. Well, actually, the way you're doing or that trailer should be fine. But there's if you need help with that, because when Casual brought that to our Texas farm, it took me a couple streams to kind of figure out how to actually use that. And I'm not saying I'm great at it now, but I'm a lot better than what I originally was. And what's kind of funny is, if I'd have known then what I know now, we would have been using grain bins on Green Valley when we played that map.
Oh.
But I didn't know how to run that stuff. And in Casual was running them, and so I kind of just learned from our map. So Yeah, that's another issue with them.
Well, I mean, I can turn the camera. It's just I have a hell of a time.
Hold on. You don't need a tractor.
Well, you gotta back it up.
No, don't need a tractor. Jump out of the tractor, or unhook the tractor, and then jump out of the tractor.
Well, yeah, or I was.
Okay, and go all the way back to the back wheels of the auger.
Oh.
And then it should give you the icon to enter.
Oh, okay. Oh, so you literally okay, see. I see what it's
and then that should.
Well, see, I was wondering where the controls are for. Okay.
And then you should be able to zoom out almost enough to get to the end of the pipe and see where you're going.
Yeah.
And
well, I'm doing
and
that.
then you'll have to unfold everything and yeah.
Oh, that's. Up and up. There we go. Well, see, I thought you had to back it, like you would. You'd back it up with the tractor. There'd be options.
Yeah, I don't know why. I don't know if they just did that way because it's easier to control or what.
Probably. There we go. No, I'll get it. Doesn't matter which one I hear it. Oh, I'll get it. A little too.
Yeah, it is. It's a little bit of a pain in the buddy, but.
Well,
and then
I'm using a controller too.
Well, and if we had a semi trailer, it would be even. There'd be some more stuff that you'd have to do too. We'd need to buy a. There's like an auger attachment that goes down so that you can drive over it. That makes life a whole much easier.
Oh yeah,
that's another thing. That was another thing that Casual found, and then I got because of our multiplayer. Yeah, if I'd have known how this all worked when I was doing Green Valley, we would have been running it, but oh well.
And okay, is there a thing I have to do? Because it doesn't look like. Do I have to open the bin somehow, or does it just automatically?
I don't think so. I think they made it so that the top is passed through, and they gave it kind of a generous area.
It knows.
Yeah, you just have to leave the auger running.
Now that was the thing. Is like, how do I gotta turn it on first.
Speaking of this being kind of a little bit messed up, it's kind of the same thing with the new wash.
Okay, I see.
The new power washers in FS25. They're very much the same way, where it's like they run and they're kind of a vehicle, and you literally, I don't know. I don't know if people have gotten around that yet, or if there's a mod or how people are doing that. But literally, when you buy a power washer, if you just buy the base game power washer, you have to push it from the shop to the homestead at 4 miles an hour. It's in some ways it's kind of comical.
That's kind of like those lawnmowers. Okay, I don't know if I have it.
Okay, well I can jump over.
I think I do. Said
Well, you're not backing up to the. You gotta back up to the pit.
I know, but I mean, back up. Oh, I'll get.
Just back up straight now.
Oh, okay. Does recognize. See, didn't know if I had it going. Do it.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, it does.
I
It
guess.
just it's. But I also wouldn't be accepting more if it wasn't taking it in.
Oh, let's see. Well, it's not.
It looks like it's accepting. What are you talking
well,
about?
it wasn't going.
Well, it's a slow process.
I know, but it. Okay, no, it is. It said.
Yeah, it's not a. It's not a fast.
I guess it is. Well, I know it's not gonna be fast, but like, nation was going. It wasn't. It was like the leaders isn't.
What do you say that?
Look, if you're watching my stream, look at the status down there. I mean, the animation. And then when I hop in the auger, it gives the option to stop on. So it must be running. Oh, it's not. I don't think it's doing anything.
Well, then get out of the.
You take a look. I mean, it let me unload.
All right.
See what I mean?
Well, this is why I'm like, I don't know if I wanted to keep those.
Well, I mean, it's okay. Well, I mean, at least the animation for the belt is there, so I don't know why it's working right or didn't see.
Well, and I don't know if it worked in base game or not. You know. I don't know if other people had the problem or not, but we're gonna fix this and make it a lot easier. Alright, silos.
I don't know. It seemed like I was doing the right thing.
Oh, you were.
Just it didn't like it was registered.
Yeah. Okay. No, maybe not go that way. We could do this, maybe. We have room. That's kind of cutting. And we have room, but maybe right. That's the next thing that's going to tell me we don't have enough money. We don't have enough money. How much money do we need? We can fix that too. Oh yeah.
With lightning in his eyes and thunder in his paws, Nacho tears up the track. Chihuahua, without a cause.
All right.
Diesel mayhem, king of his domain, tearing up the track, a terror you can't tame. Chihuahua Diesel mayhem, smallest of the pack. He's the
Where am I?
horsepower heart attack. Wheels spinning faster.
Oh, no.
They all cheer his name. The crowd is on their feet. He just can't be tamed. The finish line's in sight.
Put that there.
Starts to wag. Nacho's got the
And
lead.
then
He takes the checkered flag. Chihuahua Diesel mayhem, king of his domain, tearing up the track. A terror you can't tame.
I don't know. I might just leave the rest of that. Looks good enough. Alright, you should be able to get that to work.
Okay.
Because we used them before on other maps, so.
Chihuahua Diesel mayhem, king of his domain, tearing up the track. A terror you can't tame. Chihuahua
I mean, darn, I kinda.
smallest of the pack. He's the roaring beast.
I don't know why it wouldn't be working, but
Yeah, I mean, wasn't. I mean, it's a little tedious, but not.
well, like I said, I don't know if other people had the same problem or not on when they played this map. I don't remember seeing it, but I also know that by the time this map came out, a lot of farm simmers, you know, like they had the bins that they like to use, and they would put the green bins they want to use on the farm. I do like the looks of this farm. Seeing how they actually put together the map.
98.6
I didn't, because I use a radio station. I wonder how you.
See that is the only problem I have. Like I shouldn't say have. That is the only thing I'm worried about. Is accidentally
here's
hitting
the
the
deal.
button and
It
it
just
getting
means
a
like
switch.
it won't monetize or whatever. I'll cut that out later. Like, but it's like there should be a way to lock it, or as long as you touch it.
Yeah. Yeah, I like the look of this farm compared to the what. I mean, what we had was working, but I like the feel of this. I like the feel of this actual farm. And what I did, I don't know. I maybe didn't necessarily need to do it with the Australian map, but I just decided after stream last week, I was like, you know what? I've been threatening to do this. The only reason I didn't do it to Elmo when I originally was going to was because we were trying to work on that potato field, and I didn't want to destroy what we
Well, it
had,
wouldn't
had
bother
been.
me. It's just for you.
I wanted to kind of complete that contract and stuff, but then like last week I was just like, I keep talking about, and what I was thinking was, I kind of, since I'm really only getting on 22 to do these multiplayers, I kind of took down some of my maps and stuff that I originally had. It's like one of them I hadn't even touched since 25 came out, and I haven't really thought about playing. So,
Yeah.
which speaking of that, I don't know what I'm gonna. I have a couple of new maps to play, and I have a couple of the old maps that I'd like to do stuff on, and then like I've been playing Let's see. I've been playing Riverbend Springs on my own. I kind of. I don't want to say that I don't intend to stream it ever again, but I kind of decided to kind of just. I was kind of tired of just sitting there and kind of pedaling around on the farm, and I've got some other friends that are getting somewhere on theirs and got like $1 million that they've actually earned in game and stuff, and like I'm not really, for the effort I'm putting in, I'm not really getting much, which granted that is farming, but
Yeah.
this is also a game.
Yeah.
So I went through and I switched my fields all to grass and made them so that I could sell silage, and I made enough off of silage that I bought a windmill. So now my Riverbend Springs has a windmill, and now I've bought a couple more fields. One of them I've turned into a forest of sorts. I planted the tree saplings that I've got to wait 10 years for it to mature. So I don't plan on doing anything there, but the other field I bought, I started putting a solar farm in. I'm just like, my thought is after I get the solar farm done, basically anything that I make off of silage, the windmill, and the solar farm, I'm gonna start buying land, and then some of it I'm gonna combine and make big fields. And the pieces that I don't decide to buy, I may not do anything. And I kind of want to do, the reason why I wanted to plant trees is because there's a thing in there where you can get the museum done and stuff like that. I wouldn't say achievements, but there's some things that you can kind of do and unlock and stuff. And so I kind of, in my head, I keep calling it, I kind of hacked the map, but I didn't really. I just kind of boosted my money powers.
Yeah.
I boosted my bank account without cheating the game, really. I technically still earned it, it's just that it's not exactly, I'm like using the game to benefit.
Yeah.
But I was also kind of hoping, like, we're starting this map with the farm and stuff. I'm kind of hoping to use those maps to kind of do our multiplayers on, so that way, like, say we get into that potato field and we do it over many, like, I could just work on it outside of it too. I mean, not that I couldn't have on here, but I had this fully intended to be a multiplayer map before,
Yeah.
so. Plus, if I do that and make a bunch of money and have things kind of set up a little bit, if we do a multiplayer on it, then there'll be stuff to do, because the the first year or two, it was pretty hard struggle, and I didn't have much equipment. We could have found something to do, but I don't know. Now I'm just kind of having fun, which is what you're supposed to do, I guess. So
Yeah.
oh.
Dirty boots kicked off in the barn. Spending my last dime on a two-bit charm. Whiskey bottle rolled under the straw. Dreams left shattered by a whiskey jaw. Cornfields dry like my old cowpoke heart. Plow my soul in a soil that's tar. Smoky bar stool where I drown my sin. Bought love cheap, never felt it again. Whiskey and women drained my soul. Left me empty with a hole. Whiskey and women took it all. Now I can't
Well, anyways, I think we started talking about this, and we kind of switched. So anyways, my phone takes yeah, it doesn't. It has a USB-C.
Oh,
So
yeah.
now I've got to switch. Well, I didn't know anything about it. I was trying to figure out what I was gonna do, and then I was gonna get like some of those. Cause I've got one in the Eclipse, one of those Bluetooth attachments.
Yeah.
Radio,
Well, I
so-
have those in my car. Here's the thing: I don't use it in my commuter, but like on trips and things like that. So like I want to pick up and I'll do the hands free. Well, I don't make calls, but if I need to,
Mhm.
but can.
Well, and so the one that's in the Eclipse actually came out of the pickup because I left it in the pickup originally, and
Well, there's
I was like, I needed it in the Eclipse. I wanted it in the Eclipse. So I kind of have been actually switching it back and forth because usually when I get the pickup out, I've got to move the Eclipse anyways. So I just grab it when I'm switching. But my coworker was telling me about, like, yeah, he goes, you can just get you should be able to get a conversion wire for
yeah, but
3.5.
it's got a line in. That I mean, that save your battery. You can run a battery.
Yeah. Well,
like-
so I started looking, and I was like, oh, okay, like, I thought I was just gonna get a little short one and stuff, and then I started looking some more tonight, and I found out, I was like, well, the one in the Apollo, I can just completely switch out. And then there's so I'm like, I kind of need, like, to buy, like, two different versions of them, like, multiple of two different versions of them. Because you need them in different spots, but they're all cheap enough that, it's not a huge deal to buy that many.
Yeah.
Actually, tomorrow I'll drive it's supposed to be about 70 here, so I'm gonna drive the Eclipse.
Well, it was nice here. Nice. Saturday's the rockin'.
Hmm. Yeah.
Just seeing the different stuff. I got some stuff I want. Work inside my computer. Totally working on the interior. Like if it's cold or muddy or whatever, so I don't want to track that.
Yeah.
Because I got a wire for. Well, I got to put sealant. Finish it. I'm making a video about it. It's gonna project video, but then I gotta. But while I do that, I gotta wire for like overhead lighting. I haven't got the lights bought. I know what I'm gonna put in, but I just gotta. They're just gonna be like 12-volt LED. Battery.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just gonna run the wire. I know where I'm gonna put them, and after, but they'll be one of the last things I install because I gotta put up like a crown mold. That's removable, so I gotta.
Mm-hmm.
And then I can. Well, I gotta wait till it gets warmer and dry up too. Experiment with putting the bikes in. I want it, and then now I can get. I'm gonna. What I don't know exactly what I'm gonna use to tie them down. I mean, I got ideas. I just got to see what makes sense. Then I can kind of decorate it in.
Yeah.
I gotta wait till the ground thaws before I can. I gotta replace my front gate. Built it when I have one. Built it when I bought the house. Getting there, and it's time to replace it. Move it a little bit out ways, and even make it a little wider, just to make it even easier to get stuff in. Weather's got to cooperate.
Yeah. Man, I'm working for a place now. If I ever wanted to build my, like, not that I've ever really dreamt of a skull fence or a skull gate or something, but man, I could actually do that. Like, 'cause this place pretty much does custom work like that, so it wouldn't be. And they already know, like, I mean, they're already used to me enough. They know I listen to metal and like skulls, so. The one guy. You've got the version of the golf ball markers and stuff too. The one guy, our laser guy, actually gave me suggestions on what to do if I make any more of them. He's like, I don't know why you just don't put the eyes in there. So, and I was like, well, I was worried about it being like too thin and stuff. He's like, no, you need to put the eyes in there. Okay.
Yeah.
I saw, let's see. I saw that thing you usually come back for, the career fair. They advertised the spring one.
Yeah.
For some reason, it popped up in my Facebook feed.
Yeah. Hell, and I don't know I'll ever be back there because team.
Yeah.
I get it. That was one of the old.
Mm-hmm. Well, you got you, and then my other coworker from this liquor store.
Well, and I
Which I still see him post every once in a while.
Yeah,
I just saw him post like a week ago.
Yeah, and he occasionally will back. I think my other coworker, my other Chris, I occasionally text. Otherwise, I don't.
I don't. He's one of the few from the store that actually have on my Facebook, but I don't really interact with them. Because when I jumped on Facebook, that was about the time I was working at the phone center, and I have a lot of those people because I got to know a lot of those people, and I still, because they're all from the area, I still run into a lot of them doing different jobs now and stuff. But I added a lot of those back then, and he was one of a few that I added at the store, and I don't know why.
Yeah.
I mean, not that I didn't like working with him or anything, but yeah, because we got along and everything. So, although for the most part, I got along with everybody that I worked with at the store.
Yeah, as far as like my Facebook, I pared it down long enough. Just, I guess, closer. That I may message classmates, but even some of them never contact me. So I just cut them out, or they don't post nothing.
But you know, that's another thing. Like they may not post, but sometimes they do, and your algorithm won't pick it to you.
Yeah, but I figure, well, if they want to, they'll get me. But I guess I kind of tried to, well, and that's another thing. Kind of tried to make it more, my profile a little more anonymous. I have it pretty locked down from outside, and not worried about anything. Like, I mean, I've been interacting through groups and stuff on Facebook, more to a little bit of self-promotion, but help. I'm able. Oh, hey, I got a video on page on my website. Answer. Just to share the information. As far as like, and I do post, but do post. I do. I guess I miss the days of forums. You know? I mean, I still go to some forums, but they're just not. That's not how people do things anymore.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't want to say Facebook's it either, because but the other platform added. There's no collaborative. I don't do. I really don't can't stand it, because what I can't stand is that or I gotta watch them on mute or something. Just have some crappy music, or even if it isn't crappy music, maybe a song I like, it doesn't work. I guess I'm not going there to necessarily be. I want to. This is why I comment and enter other channels, and then just large, whatever. But it's usually, like I said, automotive, cycle, and then some tech stuff, and then pop culture, video essay stuff. That's how I want it. Almost informed and reels, and now TikTok. That's another one. Snapchat, TikTok, because Chinese is Chinese. How it started, and basically breaking all the rules. okay, stealing content and all that stuff, stealing YouTube content up there. I don't want to be. It happens.
For me, TikTok was when it first came out. I was like, no, I don't want to do it because it's it's a Chinese-owned company. But I'm not, and I know I don't have it or anything, and I don't plan on getting it. But I think the only thing that I could ever say that was kind of good about it was I heard that they're like it was one of the only platforms that didn't censor your political views.
Yes, I mean, again, there was things like that, but outside of those kind of ideals and stuff, a lot of it is I don't like short form content because video quits. I want more. I don't want the scattershot. And yes, some of that is can be funny or entertaining. Oh, look at the DMX trick. Just one trick. Hey, it's fine for that, but I only need a couple of those. I'd rather see a 20-minute long compilation or something. I guess.
Yeah.
It's weird. I guess it's weird how I consume content. Because don't have traditional. I mean, we have some streaming services, but just for specific things.
Mm-hmm.
But it's not like I don't watch that kind of content. I don't watch news. I don't have Netflix. I don't watch Hulu originals or Peacock originals or none of that stuff. I don't watch any of that. And I'm probably missing stuff. I am probably missing shows. I understand that, but I like.
I don't feel like I'm missing anything. And I'm actually very much the same way, and what I've done instead is I'll watch other people's farming content, or I'll catch gold, or I'll catch some of the guys from the US, or.
Well, right. I mean, I guess that's the thing. I
support other. I try and support other creators.
Well, I do too with my eyeballs or in other ways. Well, even the big even the big ones, because even the big ones are when you think about TV, they're small.
There's yes, but there's I've had a problem with some of the big ones I used to watch on YouTube. And I've gotten to a point where I'm like, I'm kind of over their content. It's not like.
Well, I'm not saying.
They're kind of. It's not as entertaining as it once was,
Well, right. I get that. I guess I'm talking when I talk big. I mean, yeah, some of these are company, but I don't watch. They like the more corporate. Watch the independent stuff, but I guess I don't watch like a Mr. P stuff or.
No. Well,
or probably the biggest channel I watch and talked about it is Linus Tech Tape, and I find it entertaining and informative, and I know he's got some people don't like him, like Swan. He doesn't. I get that because there's some people who have some. Or, there's. But the controversies are more not like harmed people. Something with his content. It's more, there could be some blurred ethics with a sponsor. Claims to always be pro-consumer, and then occasionally thing come up where it's like, well, that was not really pro-consumer, company or this product. It's nuanced, I guess. But other than that, then I watch a lot of science and engineering. These are, yeah, a lot of these channels do have over 1 million, but they're not like in the tens of millions. So, other than like I watch like, it's like, you know, Mark Rober, sciencey. It's almost like, well, and then they're Smarter Every Day with science. But it's like down to earth science, kind of relatable stuff, or just interesting. And of course, Vsauce, watched him back in the Veritasium. He gets into the nitty gritty, so it's. But then there's the more entertaining stuff. So I watch, yeah, like
Hey, did you know
retrospective.
Hardware Bob's now rents trucks? That's right. Pickup trucks,
Like
cargo vans, box trucks.
Or maybe
Hardware
they'll do a
Bob's.
Socio,
Go truck yourself.
Just a sociological look at like a show. You know, some nostalgia stuff, and then yes, gaming, and then stuff like that. There's some of it likes, but and I guess that's the thing. Short form that's not what short form content. And I don't look for just time waste. I don't need. I can keep myself busy and occupied without. And again, like
No, I really only watch them like just before I'm about ready to go to bed, and I don't want to, you know, I don't want to flip on another video because I might be out in like a few minutes, but I want to watch something.
Yeah, but like with the traditional streaming, it's mostly there for movies, you know, some of the older TV shows I like, and then of course like Peacock, especially racing. But other than that, yeah, the kids kind of watch some cover. And they don't watch too much, and they don't choose to watch that kind of stuff. I mean, yeah, we got Discoveries, much more Mythbusters, like Gold. Always have. Been watching it. It's almost like a tribute. But so that's a thing. And Kate, I will say, Katie. Nothing wrong. But I guess like as far as new, I don't know if they make sitcoms anymore, but or like more dramedies kind of stuff. See them advertised. None of them really I crank. So like I'm not like I don't feel like I'm missing watching.
Well, you know what it is. I guess for me is I wouldn't say that I'm missing it like that. It's more of like maybe I do see something that catches my eye, but it's on a different streaming service than what I have, and I'll be like, well, maybe someday I'll get that streaming service and then I'll watch it then, but it's not. Because that's one thing that really burns me is like now the content is spread all over, and like one streaming service may have something good, but then the rest of it is just kind of junky, and then you need another streaming service to watch something else that's good, and then it's like you got to be spread all over, and I hate that.
Yeah, well, and it's funny. I saw it coming long before people, you know, gravitate, because like everybody, of course, COVID happened, and that's when explosion. Yes.
Yeah.
but no, but I had known or understood, and well, and a lot of it various nights, but watch stuff that's how on, you know, you can just get through subscription, which that's the thing. I still, you know, essentially do like pirate streams if I want to see something, or they're not even really streams, it's on demand, but it's on, you know, some website you heard of. Gotta be a little bit of careful clicking where you click. But see, that's the thing, everybody's doing it on their phone, and if their phone doesn't connect to it, or there isn't an app for it, it's like it doesn't exist to them. Where I've been doing this, I've been hooking a computer up to my TV since 2006, watching stuff from the internet before it was as easy as it is now. But you're right with the content. I saw it was going to go because people are going to buy the rights, and like it never fails. I'll be like, I'm nostalgic for, you know, it pops in my head, some movie or TV or whatever, and it's like, oh, I'd like to watch a couple episodes of that old TV show that I remember, you know, and it could be a little bit more obscure than stuff that everybody knows, like Seinfeld. Which I'm a Seinfeld. I never really watched it, but like Seinfeld, you're gonna find that somewhere on a streaming service, possible on whatever you have, but then some, like, okay, here we go. Not super obscure, but it didn't go over well, didn't have many seasons. Okay, the Weird Science TV show. Okay, I remember watching it. Didn't think it was all that great, but it was funny enough. I like the movie. That, well, I'm sure it's on a streaming service, but when I go to search, it's like, yeah, it's always on some, yeah, it's on Apple TV, or it's somewhere that I don't get, and it's like, it never fails. Some movie, and usually it's the good. They're always on, like, Disney Plus or something, or just a service I don't get, and I'm like, well, that's why last year's been buying Aston Collect, and have 2 pairs in the box to get me to, at least until boys get older, and pop it in and watch it. Don't have to, oh, it's not available. I'm not talking about super obscure movies here. What was it that I wanted to watch recently? It isn't available on services I subscribe to. You know, it was some probably mid-90s. I don't know. Anyway, it was a common movie that everybody knows. Good movie. Yeah, it was no streaming service. Well, that's the thing. I have Amazon Prime Video available and there. It's like, well, what's the point? You know, kind of in the way. I mean, video comes with my Prime subscription, so it's like I'm not out. But it also is frustrating. Like, well, I'm paying for this, but oh, you don't own the rights, so that's why it has to be. I can't just turn it on. Paying for videos. That. I will. In a. Can't even. It wasn't like it was some obscure movie. Every service it showed that that's available through, I pay. And was even on the, and it wasn't on the ones I already paid. So yeah, So it just. Oh, I know. Okay, yeah. Yeah, the wizard, you know?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Well, because, watch, How to Beat Mario, we watch speed runs, of course, they know how to play it, all that.
Mhm.
And Tucker's maybe old enough to sort of get at least a little. I
Mhm.
thought so, but I was thinking, okay, well, maybe see what he thinks, like, and just kind of tell him like, hey, this was, this move. Right back. I knew
Well,
he
you
was
need
back,
to.
but I was like, wait a minute, I gotta take.
Well, you need to get the header on the trailer too. Before
Well,
you...
that's right, it's in. But I meant to just drive the tractor. But yeah, I wanted to see and to tell him, say, hey, this was our glimpse into Mario.
Yeah, it was basically an hour and a half long TV commercial.
Yeah. I mean,
Well,
but
not only that, but it was also to promote the Power Glove too.
that well, and I think even studios have a chase through it. But anyway, and then I hadn't seen it since I was a kid at all. Like, I mean, I've watched video essays and stuff about it, but not the movie. Just sat down and watched it. See what I think of it now, like how all the little horniness or whatever. But search it. Not, it's rent or buy it, on some streaming service. Come on, really, it's not on something I subscribe to, well, actually, it wasn't that I could tell. It wasn't on any service that it wasn't like you could start your free trial or something. Rent or buy. So, well, and I thought I maybe had put it on DVD or Blu-ray or something, but it's still available, so I'll buy it up. Things like that before it's unavailable.
Long distance life where I belong. Keep on rolling all night long.
Header and then that's bag it up. Yeah, I've been trying to buy. If it's on Blu-ray, buy it on Blu-ray and have fun. But yeah, I got / Blu-ray player, 2 of them, new in the box.
Oh.
Well,
the problem is they might have locked.
Okay, I guess it technically is on there. Oh.
Yeah. They in 22 they made it so that they lock to the trailer, and sometimes that happens.
Yeah. Well, I was too realize it. I was too.
Yeah. Yeah, so I get you. And I guess that's partly why I like to watch YouTube, regardless what they want. It's our entertainment.
But I get it. Most people don't want to have to work that hard for their entertainment, so they want to just spoon. Still want it spoon fed.
Well, but you know, the other thing
And
that
sometimes
kind of drives me a little nuts. I mean, I shouldn't drive me nuts, but like, I was like, when I first started hearing about like, well, if you want to watch this, you have to have this app. If you want to watch this, you want to, and I was like, are people really gonna just like pay like $100 for all these different streaming apps?
oh, they do. I mean, that's why there's an app called Rocket.
Find out
That's why
about a
there's
year
an
or two
app-
later. That's what they're doing is blowing all their money on 15 different streaming apps just so that they can watch whatever they want.
Well, that's the thing. They're worried that they want to be able to have access to everything. They want to have to search it. They want it to come. I guess I choose not to watch it. If it's not on the app I'm paying for, like I said, we thought long before we even signed up for some of these. We thought, hey, how many? What are we gonna watch on here? How much? We're gonna get our money's worth out of these. So, like, I forget. Well, I think we got Paramount Plus, but that came with a year of it. But I probably won't re-up it because I haven't used it. I mean, Katie maybe does for maybe kids, those that like Bill Nye or something. Some of that kind of stuff. But again, that's. But. Well, I know Discovery was probably gonna. I mean, yes, I like to watch Gold Rush, but I was finding pirate stream where we could watch the new episodes. Now recording them. Past a browser. A little bit more work and involved, but I know it was my attitude, but that one we just barely. There is a few of those home shows that used to watch back in the day, and they some new. But other than that, but like Paramount Plus is going to be one I don't watch anything. And that's the other thing. It's like, okay, it's Paramount. They're supposed to be a movie channel, and it's like rarely ever is the movies I want to watch on there. So kind of.
I did turn it on, but
Well, I'll let you try. There you go. I was gonna say. See if you can fix it. Didn't think it would do that otherwise. I thought I could just drag the trailer, I'd hook back up.
it may not.
Oh, there we go.
Oh, there we go.
That's kind of what I wanted to do, but I don't know. Picking up things like getting it the way you
Can be. There's like, I was noticing when I was going through here, they started a Bill store already in here.
But anyway, yeah. So, yeah, I get it. But I watch all different kinds of YouTube stuff. Big channels, little channels, just find some small up and again, like we watch ads sometimes. Both Scammer Payback and for that kind of a good, can be a good wind down. Well, I found wind down. All right,
Yeah.
well, I better better damage.